Hi everyone, this is Sabrina Savino, and today I'm going to be taking you through a 20-minute foam rolling and stretching workout, or just kind of talking you through different ways that you can use your foam roller and then stretches that would also be beneficial. So we're going to start with foam rolling. If you have any type of foam roller, go ahead and grab that. We have these longer gray ones here, and we're gonna start by rolling out our IT bands. So you can have that roller on the side of you, and I would say to take both legs long, both hands on the opposite side of the roller, and then cross your top leg up and over. Sometimes getting into these positions is just as complicated as the actual rolling itself. So we're just gonna roll up and down the IT band, and it's normal to find kind of a spot here that might feel a little bit tighter. So I would just recommend that you find that spot, pause there, take a few deep breaths into it, and then roll out of it, and then maybe come back into it. So kind of rolling, you don't wanna roll on your bones, you wanna get into those muscles, into that fascia, and then just finding where it's tight for you. So I'm going all the way up just below my hip there. That feels like really tight up there for me. And just kind of cruising through this. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. And just take a few more moments here. At any point during this video, if you need to take a little bit longer in one specific place, just pause this video and then you can restart and join me back when you're ready. All right, so giving a few moments in each of these areas. Maybe you don't want to roll on your knee, but like just above it is always good. If your knees tend to give you a little bit of a hard time, sometimes the quads are really tight. So I'm rolling on the side, but then I'm gonna rotate myself to be more on my quad. So now you'll find that the front part of your leg there. And again, not rolling on the knee itself, but on that quad. Just keep breathing if this is really tight for you, okay? All right, I'm gonna rotate. Both hands, I'm like sitting on the roller. Both of my hands are behind it. Both of your feet are in front. And then you're gonna cross. We were just using the left. I was using the left IT band. Left leg crosses over the leg, and then I'm gonna tilt over towards my left glute, and then rolling out the glute muscle here. Nice breath in and out. The more you kind of lessen that weight on the bottom leg, the more you're gonna feel this. And if this feels really tight, or maybe it feels okay, you can also go to some smaller rolling items like a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball. Tennis ball will be a little bit easier. And then as you go into something a little bit more firm, it's gonna be a little bit more of the, gets in there a little bit more. So just kind of do what feels right for you, and then you can progress as things start to loosen up. All right, I'm gonna put that leg down, and I'm gonna take these to the other side. So now I'm just going right leg over my left, turning over towards my right side, and then stretching and rolling out that right glute. Nice and easy. Try not to hold your breath. Going up and down that side. Some days this could feel really nice. Some days maybe a little bit more painful. If this feels just completely unbearable, there are different firmness of rollers. So this one's kind of standard, but there are lighter ones. And if this feels easy, there are also harder ones. So I'm going to the other side of the IT band. So legs together, now my left leg's crossing over my right, hands are on the opposite side of that roller, and then going up and down the IT band to start. So yeah, there's different firmness of them, and sometimes if it's like, if your whole body has to tense up in order to foam roll, then it's kind of defeating the point. So I would just say go to something a little bit softer until you can work up to that other one. Because in the end, it's what's gonna be most helpful for you, and we don't all start at the same point, so you can build. And maybe one day, one roller feels good, or if you had a really hard workout, then the other one is gonna feel better. You can kind of go back and forth. So it's never a waste. All right, I'm gonna just rotate on to my front of the quad here. I feel like sometimes it's just as much as an arm workout, just supporting your whole body here. This arm is a little shaky. Okay. Couple more deep breaths. And we're gonna come out of this. All right, we're gonna roll on our back now. So coming onto your back, bring that roller kind of like to the base of your spine. Hands go to your head. You're gonna lift your hips up as the roller goes to your mid-back, and then you're gonna come forward and bring it to your low back. So kind of extending that upper back, the roller's at your upper back, and you're in a little bit of extension here, and then you're gonna flex through the spine, curling yourself up. Opening the chest and shoulders, and then curling the spine here. And then take this really slow and controlled. Okay. This one should feel pretty good. All right, I'm gonna move you into a stretch for, it can be double whammy, calf and outside of your shin. So I'm gonna go right shin down, hands are in front of it, left leg is coming over the calf. It's gonna make like a T. And I'm gonna point through the right toes and roll up and down, not on the shin, but right to the side of it. So the one is like kind of pressing into the calf. So this one is like, I'll show it to you from the back just so you can see what I'm doing here, if it doesn't make sense. So one foot's there, one foot's up and over, and then stretching over. This feels good afterwards. Maybe not right away. Okay. Switching sides. Going right to the other leg. And you can kind of position that other leg into the calf that needs the most release. Nice and gentle. All right. Woohoo, good. Or you can just take both legs on and roll. This looks like something that a kid would really enjoy doing. All right. I'm gonna come up to standing. Hopefully you feel good. And then you can put your foot on and you can roll out your arch. And this could feel good. It could feel not really like much. If it doesn't feel like much, then I would go with like a golf ball or again, lacrosse ball, tennis ball, something like that to really get in there. The feet need a lot more love than most of us give them. So roll out your feet. It's kind of the, it is the base of your body, right? It starts at the feet. So if you don't take care of those, it can affect up the chain. So take care of your feet. Okay, good. Now we're gonna come down. You're gonna try to let your toes come down, and then you're gonna sit back on there. Feel a big stretch through your arches. Just hang out there. Deep breaths in and out. Just trying to get that little bit of release through, also through the toes and then the arch as well. So whatever one feels best. Hanging out here. Okay. You're gonna come on, back onto your back. We're gonna use the roller at our neck. Your feet can just be planted and you're just gonna let your head go from side to side, feeling a little release through the back of your neck. Nod the head yes and no. And then just releasing it from side to side. Okay. We're gonna put the roller to our side for a moment. And then I'm gonna use a TheraBand to go through some other stretching, but you can also use like a towel or just your hands, depending on your flexibility. Leg is gonna go to the ceiling. So I got right leg to the ceiling, left leg is planted down, and just pulling those toes towards your chest. So the TheraBand just kind of facilitates that, gives it a little bend and extend there, and really trying to just, you can like make this more dynamic, so stretching and bending, really trying to get in there. Really make sure that your hips aren't completely lifted up and out. You want to keep that tailbone, the bottom of your sacrum connected to the mat or floor, so that you're stretching in that most effective way. If this feels good, you can extend that bottom leg long and it will get a little bit more of a stretch. And then you're gonna take that leg and it's gonna come up and over your opposite side of the body, and you're gonna look away from the leg. And then you're gonna feel a stretch through the IT band and through the spine. You can bend that leg if it needs a little help. Either leg can bend, really. Breathe into your back. It's normal when things are tight that you want to hold everything in, but try to release it. Look at the inner thighs in a different way. Let's just take this to the other side. So, going left leg to the ceiling here. And my left side is definitely tighter than my right. It's been like that for a long time, but in theory, you should start with the less flexible side. If one is really more flexible than the other, start with the less flexible side, then go to your more flexible side, and then repeat your less flexible side, so then you're evening out your body a little bit. That is the goal. I will say I'm not very good about that method, but we are all working on, we're all working on it, right? We're here, so it's the start. All right, and then crossing that leg over, and then you can extend that opposite arm out. And deep breaths in, try to find that release. Let that exhale really let everything go. All right, and nice and gently coming out of that. You can hug those knees in towards your chest for a moment. And then I'm gonna sit up. All right, so I'm gonna bring my right leg out to the side. Left knee is bent in. And then we're gonna take a little side bend up and over the body. So try not to just scrunch down. Try to find length through the spine. You can flex through that opposite leg. Breathing into the side, exhaling out. Breathe in and out. One more. Good. And then take it to the other side. Nice opening of that opposite side. Good. Then switch it out. Now if you're pretty flexible, you could do this with both legs out into that straddle and then just stretching over to the opposite side. All the variations, right? Gotta take them. We're all at different levels. This side is tight. Side body stretching is so important because if your back and sides are really tight, it's so hard to get a deep breath into your sides and back, which is really beneficial for all types of exercises, is to be able to have that full breath. So don't let those sleep on ya. All right, we're gonna come onto our knees. If it feels bad to be on your knees, go ahead and prop a little cushion under there. I'm bringing right leg forward. I'm gonna stretch through those hips. So sending the hips forward, you should feel a big stretch through that front side of the opposite hip. So for me, it's left, right leg's forward. And we're just like taking pelvic tilts forward for right now. We don't wanna go into full extension runner's lunge. It's good to get both of these in. Even if it's a slight stretch here, it's still really important. And you can bring those hands forward and take that big stretch forward. And then I'm gonna come back, adding a little bit of a side bend towards the right side. Now you're going, we like the 2-for-1 deal. You're getting the hip and the side of the body. Make the most of your time. Okay, back to here. Now we're gonna straighten that front leg out. Coming into a flex of that front leg, trying to bring the hips into one line. So one line of the hips, ooh baby. And then you can kind of transfer forward and back. Okay, we're coming into pigeon pose. So that right leg is gonna bend. And then stretching through the glute and hip. This back leg can be straightened or you can rest it down. You can walk your hands down forward here. Okay, you can hang out there or hands can plant. Tuck those toes behind you and then you're gonna stretch and go back and forth between this IT band. We're just making the most of our time here, right? All right. Like I said, feel free. Oh wait, we gotta go. Hip flexor stretch. Feel free to hang out longer in any of these. So we're starting with that hip sending forward. Oh boy, this side actually feels pretty good. Everybody's different. Okay, and then coming into that full lunge. Even if you were to take just the rolling section of this one day and just the stretching of this the other day, that's awesome. Anything that you can do is beneficial. Or you're just watching TV. This can be on mute. You don't have to listen to me. You're just following. That's great too. I'm not offended. Okay, here we go. Woo. Oh yeah. Okay, we're taking those hands down. We're breathing. Just think about how great you're gonna feel afterwards. That's the main thing here. That's our takeaway. Hands are planted, straighten through that front leg, then bending down. Oh yeah. One more. All right. Good. And then you're gonna come to laying down. We are going to, you can take a little butterfly, child's pose, all good stuff to add in, of course. But I'm gonna end you with this one that tends to feel good. You wanna like sit all the way to the edge of your roller, and then you're gonna lay your spine down along it, And then just let your arms come out to the side. You're gonna feel a nice big stretch through your chest. Just breathe in and out. Nice and easy. 2 more. And feel free to stay here for as long as you need. And that is it. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you feel good after this, and feel free to repeat anytime you need. Have a great day.